Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com, and I'm doing a first impression gameplay video for Neo Online, free-to-play 3D fantasy MMORPG by Play Oh My God. Now I'll spend about 5-10 minutes running around, checking the game out, and make a quick comment. If you guys want to learn more about the game or play it yourself, just check out our full review on the link on the right sidebar. Let's go ahead and click Start Game. There's only one server right now, Gaia, which is also the game's world. I already have a character over here, but let's go ahead and make a new one, Creation. Alright, now I can tell you right away the graphics look really nice. And let's go. Wow, we have some nice customization options as well. Let's name myself Remote. We have a handful of face options over here, but it doesn't really matter. You can change your eye color or your lip color, and you have a good variety of stuff over here. Nice little color wheel over here. I think every game should have that. Decorations, and I look like a chick. Let me just fix my. Let's go with the green. Hairstyle. There's all sorts of different hairstyles, so let's go with this. It doesn't. I want to go with something normal. All right, it doesn't really matter right now. Let's make my hair black, and let's just go into the game. Make yourself bigger over here as well. And I like how you can pick anything you want for your clothing color. Anyway, let's enter the game now. Registration. Alright. So as for character customization, the game has a good deal of options. And as you notice, there was actually no class selection early on. And instead, you do that in the game. But you do so not by selecting a single archetype, and you can actually build your character any way you want. And I'll explain that more when I'm in the game. You can see this little frog pushing that present over there as my loading screen. And I'm being welcomed by some hot chick over here. Alright, as you can see, there's no predetermined occupation. You can freely choose any equipment or use any skills in the game. And basically, as you level up in this game, you can distribute your stat points in a way that you want to be a warrior, maybe like a thief, and you can distribute your skill points into maybe mage archetype slash for skills and warrior archetype for skills. And let's wait for this to load now. It's taking a while. Alright, we got some cheerful music, and I can immediately tell you this game's graphics look a lot like World of Warcraft, so I'm sure it's going to get a lot of heat from some people. Alright, there's a little tutorial over here on how to play the game, and pretty much it's a bunch of tool tips, and we can just click next, 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 or just terminate it, which we're going to do. I like how they say terminate instead of close. Alright guys, I'm back in the game. I just changed some graphic options real quick, and we can go play now. Let's run down here and get some quests, as we should. Hi, welcome to the world of Gaia. Now this game is called, well, not the game is called, the game's world is called Gaia. Let's talk to Mr. Martis. Quest. Removal of thorny bush. Now I do recommend you guys do all the quests you can early on in the game, because there's a good way for money and experience. And they're actually pretty easy. So let's see my inventory over here. Hi. And you start with pretty much equipment for every single skill type in the game. I have a sword, a hammer, a cane, and a rifle over here. SG001. I'm going to wear that because guns are kind of cool. Let's shoot that thorny bush over there. I don't know how he's a bush or a thorny bush. I assure you, something got lost in translation over there. That guy should have been like a monster name, not a bush. Maybe these Chinese people don't know what bushes are. Or Korea, I don't know where this game is made. So I have to kill 5 of these guys over here. And immediately afterwards I got the quest. It tells me right away on the side over here. My quest description, my quest mission. And the game's world is actually really gorgeous. Everything's really brightly colored. And I'm actually playing the game on medium graphics. It looks a lot nicer than this when you play the game yourself, if you're on a high-end machine. And I'm playing it on medium graphics only because Fraps lags when I record on higher graphic settings. Now combat animations are really smooth. And you can use any weapon you like. I'll show you a little bit more about that in a minute. When I talk to that merchant over there. Oop, I shouldn't be sitting down in battle. That's not a good idea. It's never a good idea. Right click to loot. It says Remote owned, so I guess it means it's my loot. And nobody else's. Take all. Sticky sap. Let's kill another guy over here. And early on, I'm free to try out all the weapons in the game because I'm not committing any of my attribute points or my skill points into them right now. Let's kill this guy. I attack pretty slow with this weapon though. I should just pull out a big sword. Try using that. Graphically speaking though, the game is really impressive. Alright, almost completed with the quest. 4 out of 5. 5 out. This guy should, nope, he's my 4 out of 5. One more thorny bush. So when you start off, you don't start with a class, and instead you have to pretty much develop your own class as you play the game and as you learn skills. It's actually a really neat system, and it works surprisingly well. Let me just hand in this quest over here, talk to Martis. And the game does a really good job of giving you a lot of these introduction quests. There's a lot to do early on. You won't find yourself grinding. He gives you another quest, and I talk about skills. Alright. And if I click K, it'll bring up my skill menu. I have battle skills, magic skills, living skills, and action skills. And action is more for like emoticons and stuff. I can clap, I can dance. They're pretty fun if you're bored. Let's talk to this person over here. Not free, blah blah blah. I gotcha, I know how to play. Absolutely, okay. Now there's 4 skills over here. Hard slash, hard hit, hard shoot, and fireball. How original. I mean, they just added heart to everything. Hard, not heart. So I'm gonna get, since I want to be a archer character this time, I'm gonna get my hard hit over here. Nope, not that one. And it tells you, you can only use this skill with a rifle, you can only use this skill with a double mace, and only with a sword. And only with, yeah, and fireball you can cast with all weapons. So I'm gonna get hard shoot over here. Buy it. And I go in my inventory. And I can use this skill now, the skill book at least. Oh, I need more dex first. So I click this over here when I leveled up. And every level you get 3 of these stat points. You can distribute to any of the stats: strength, dex, int, vit, agi, and men. And there's a stat called men. That's really weird. I think they meant like mana or something, not men. Something definitely got lost in translation over there as well. So let's pump our dex for now. And now I meet the requirements for the skill, and I should be able to use it. And I'm learning it. Awesome. Watch me read my book. My character looks really weird though. Awesome, and now I got that skill. And every level I get 1 skill point, so I can use that to learn pretty much any skill in the game. Equip this bad boy. And let's kill something a little bit harder now. Nope, more thorny bushes over there. And what I really like about this game though, as soon as you start, the game gives you a lot of generous items. You got the milkstone cow, which is one of my favorite items in the game. I put it over here. What did I shoot? Anyway, if I click 4, I can summon my mount, which is my tamed milk cow. And it looks incredibly silly. But it increases your movement speed by 120%, so it's quite an awesome item. It only lasts for a certain amount of time and all, but it's still a good item to start with. Alright, I can talk to this person to get me out of this newbie tutorial area, which I recommend you guys do after you reach about level 3. But I'm going to go ahead and leave now to show you guys what's outside of here. And I'm being teleported elsewhere now. Alright, we're in Crossroads right now. Another part of the game over here. And as soon as you get here, there's a lot of different quests. I believe I can't get this one because I am too low level right now. The game's music is also surprisingly good. There's more players running around. The game just went to open beta, so there's a lot of popularity behind it right now. I can talk to this guy to get more quests. One problem with the game is the translations are quite bad. I mean, bad is too good of is saying too much for the game. The translations are god awful. Especially when you try reading some of the quest dialogue. It's really funny sometimes, so I do recommend you guys read it if you're bored. I'm gonna go run outside town over here. Over here, actually, I can show you guys some more BCs. In this town, if I click M, and wow, this map looks a lot like WoW as well. Over here, there's all these trainers over here, and basically I can buy more skill books from them. And in order to get a lot of the skill books, there's a lot of prerequisites. You have to be level 5, you have a certain amount of stats. And the game does a good job preventing you from trying to do everything, but you have enough wiggle room with the game's, character customization system to basically pick 2 classes or just pick 1 class. I can be like a warrior. I can be a hybrid between a warrior and an archer, or a hybrid between a warrior and a mage. And it'd be really effective for me if I put some points to healing skills, because I can always heal myself, almost like a paladin. And there's really a lot to do with the game's skill system. And I really like how they said there's no set classes and you can just do whatever you want. And the way you customize your characters through stats and skills. I do recommend you guys don't play around with it too much, because if you try experimenting too much, you try all the different skills, you're going to gip your character later on, because you get a fixed amount of stats and a fixed amount of skill points. So you can't learn everything, and you might as well be really powerful with one type of weapon or one type of skill. Although it's always fun to mix and match, especially if you're a warrior and you're in PvP. You can maybe work on some mage skills, there's some offensive magic, so when you're fighting somebody and they're weak and they're running away, you can just blast them with a fireball to finish them off. And the game has some open PvP options as well, so you can really attack anybody anywhere in the game with a few penalties, except for a few newbie zones. And the game has guild battles as well for PvP, and a lot of other varied PvP options. Now, gameplay elements are really nice, the graphics are really good, and right now I'm really liking this game. That copper vine looks just like the copper vine from World of Warcraft. But, copying World of Warcraft, in my opinion, isn't a bad thing. I mean, this game maybe took it a little bit far, but World of Warcraft is a good game, so copying it is not bad in my opinion. But the game does have a distinctly different art style though, especially with the character models. And the game has a crafting system as well. If you can gather that the vine over there, you can craft other items. There's gems as well, which you can pretty much sock into your items to combine to your items to make them stronger. You can start partying, and there's a unique party system as well. The longer you party with some people, your party level actually increases, and you're rewarded with increased experience rate. So the game actually does something to promote partying. There's a marriage system, there's a crafting system, but what really makes this game unique is its class system. There's no classes, and instead you build your character the way you like, and it works surprisingly well. I mean, you guys can't imagine, it works really nicely. Gameplay elements are smooth. There's a really nice starting items. Although early on, you won't really get to experience the customization because you only get one or two skills early on. And you gotta wait a little bit later to get more skills. And the experience rate is not fast at all. It is slow, but not terribly slow. Anyway, guys, if you want to learn more about Neo Online or just play it yourself, check out our full review on the link on the right sidebar. Later, guys.